Okay guys, so we got this 2005 Nissan, what are these things called, an Armada? I think it's an Armada. Yeah, Armada. I don't see too many of these things. So customer complaint is, he said it misfires on cylinder 8. Let's see, he has one of those fixed dongles, so we're gonna plug ours in. Gonna do a full system scan on here, and then we'll see what codes we have, and then we'll go from there. He said that it'll do it all the time, and then sometimes he can come to a red light, like it'll just be like a dead miss, and it'll come to a red light. You can put it in neutral and like hold the RPMs at a certain spot, and he said the light goes out. So we're Night Rider now. Look at this. Okay guys, it just finished the scan, so let's see what we got. P0308 in the ECM. Man. Okay. So this is getting exciting. I don't know what that ASCD, I guess that's a switch. But if you look at these other ones in the BCM, they're all passcodes. Just passed. So let's go into this ECU. I'm not that familiar with Nissans. I don't get a lot in, so I don't know where our misfires are going to be. Okay, so that's not it. Here, we'll do this. So let's bring up our fuel trims if we have it. We may have to go into might have to go into generic. Yeah, let's just go into generic. We'll see if we get a misfire. Let's end session. Okay, so let's go under, I think, OBD functions. There's a report. Comment later. The report always takes like 30 seconds or so to pop up after you're done. So let's see, let's read fault codes in here. None, okay. Let's see, read live data. Let's go. Select a bunch of these: engine coolant, temperature, fuel system, intake, long term. We'll select probably most of this stuff. Short term. Oh, we don't need these. Let's do this. 68 degrees, that's about right. Intake air temperature, it shouldn't be 93, it's only like 60 degrees out here. That could be a variable right there. Unless it got hot from the mass airflow sensor. So let's see what happens when we start this up. There we go, it dropped down. Fuel trims appear to be good right now. I'm gonna let it idle here a little bit, guys, and then we'll come back to it. And I'm also gonna pop the hood and just do a visual. Okay guys, so I got the Pico set up. I figured we could look at some secondary ignition patterns. I'm using the WyzeProbe from AES Wave. Got the Pico set up down there. So we're just gonna go look at all the coils and compare them from front to back. The guy said that these are original plugs and that and nothing's really been done to this motor since then. So look at this one. So you can see where our spark line kind of curves down gradually right in the beginning, which is usually a sign of slightly higher resistance. And you can see our firing KVs up to like what, over, I don't know, 20,000 or so. So we're over 20,000 on that one. We'll go to the second one. Look at this one. So there we go, we're on the second one. That one looks about the same. We'll go to the next one. And you can also see our firing line. Like from the initial spike to the curve up at the end is around like 1.8 to 2 milliseconds, because if you look, we're on 0. Actually, wait, that's 4 milliseconds, sorry. So we're at like 3.8 or so milliseconds. It's pretty long. So we'll go to the next one. So yeah, they all look about the same. So then we'll come over to this side. Look at this one. You see how it's jumping up and down. Go to the next one. See, that one keeps getting that curve up. Go to the next one. That one's about the same. It looks like this side might be worse than the other side, so we'll go on this back one. Man, guys, look how small the firing line is on this back one. Let's see if I can get on here a different way just to make sure. Laptop myself, I can't see, even though you guys can see because I overlay it. Man, this one's so tiny. I'm dead on it on an angle. I don't know if you guys can see. So I'm dead smack in the middle. Yeah, you can see we have to be on it right. Look how high our spike is. So this is probably our bad cylinder. It's probably barely firing. I wonder if I can set this on here somehow and keep that pattern. I might have to wait till somebody gets back to help me. wipe this in here a little bit. No, I'll have to wait till somebody gets back, but that isn't good the way that is. So I'm going to save a couple of these captures, and then when somebody gets back to help me, somebody can put in dry brake circuit or something for me. And we'll see if there's any change. Okay guys, I got somebody to help me, so I'm going to have them put it in gear first, and then we'll brake torque it. Get our pattern back. Okay, put it in gear. Brake torque it. I don't like how small that pattern is, guys. Oh, no, that firing line is like tiny. Let's go to the other one. Yeah, look at the other one. It's just this back one. Let me stop this. Okay. Okay guys, this rear cylinder is in fact cylinder 8, the one that's all the way back there. So on this side, another issue though is this whole valve cover over here is just covered in oil. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm going to shut it off. We're going to pull the plug out. We'll see what the plug looks like, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so we got new OEM NGK plugs, and I got new coil boots. Let's see if I can show you guys these. We'll show you them. Wait, this is I got a coil just in case we needed one, but I wanted to get new boots. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the boots on all the coils new except for this rear one, number 8. I got a pack of 6 here, and then I got 2 individuals. And we'll see what the KV looks like, and then I'll change that rear spring and everything, because I want to see if I was going over that waveform again. And what I think is happening is I think we were arcing like somewhere outside or at this like resistor, something happened, and I think that was our issue. But I want to see if we can prove that. Okay guys, I got all the spark plugs in on this side, and I checked them all, checked the gaps. They were all at 43,000. So now we're going to put new boots on the coils, and we got to make sure that these go in the right way. So the old ones, they went in this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dielectric grease on each end of the spring and the boot, and we're going to clip them back on all the coils so that they just pop on. So I'm going to quick do that, and then we'll put the coils back in. I'm going to do that all but the last one, because we'll check number 8, because that was the one that was having the issue. So here we go guys, I just put a dab here, and then I put a dab on the coil before I put the spring on. You can see the spring like sticking out of that one, so that's the way that they go in. So all the springs are in there, and now I'm going to just bolt all the coils back up, and then we'll go on to the other side. So guys, I still have this coil issue on this back one. Remember, this is the old coil. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the coils and see if it changes. This crap, knocked my hood prop down. But there you go. See, it's still the same. There we go. See that? We still got that like low. Let's see if I can get on the coil better. There you go. You can see how the spark line's like still small. So I'm going to try swapping the coil, see if it changes, because I'm waiting for another coil boot. Okay guys, so I got the Pico set back up. I swapped the coils. So now this cylinder right here, which should be what, 5 I think? Look at that. Look at our spark. Look how small the burn time is. Now if we go to the back one, look at that. We got a normal burn time of like what, 4 seconds on this car. Come to this one, So we got, what is that, like a half a second? My trigger's picking it up. Let me move the trigger. Let's move the trigger. We'll go up a little higher. There we go. Now let's see. So there you go. Yeah, like 1 millisecond burn time. We go to the rear one. Boom, 4 seconds. So I'm gonna see if they're gonna send me another coil. If not, maybe another boot. If not, maybe I'll just take this coil that I got, take the boot off, put it on, and I'll just send back the coil with the new boot on it. So guys, I put a new boot on the coil, and look at this. We still have our same pattern. So I'm just gonna put a new coil in since I have it. I took the coil off the new boot. So this coil must be burned up. Okay guys, I got the Pico set up. Got the end clamp on the ECM fuse. I want to see what this coil current's doing. So I'm gonna start the Pico up. We're gonna set this on the coil. Maybe I'll start the Pico up if it wants to start. There we go. So let's sync our coil here. So here we go. Okay. Let's stop this. Let's go back a couple waveforms. And look at that. Our one that's bad isn't pulling any current. Look at that. What are we at? 2 amps? What are the other ones at? Oops. See now here. The other ones are at 8 amps. Crazy. So I'm going to get a new coil in there and then we'll test it again. Okay guys, got the new coil in. Start this up, see what happens. Let's see. Oh man, I forgot to plug the coil in, guys. There we go. Look at that, big difference. See. So let's zoom in on this one and see what it looks like. Let's see, zoom. A lot better. Let me save this. Save this as good. So we'll save this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. So we'll start this back up, and we'll take our time base back down. Let's see, can we sync off any of these? Why is our sync not working?
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to restart Pico or something, because I think it might have got messed up again. Or am I zoomed in or something and don't know it? Oh, that's what it is, I'm zoomed in. I'm not used to this new Pico yet, guys, sorry. Let's see. There's our sync. So let's move our time base down a little bit. Let's go to 5 milliseconds. Oops. There we go. We can move this down a little bit more yet too. Let's go down to 2. There we go. There's 4. Let's go to 8. So we're still not as big. Still not as... There we go. We're still not as long, but our current's a lot higher. So I'm going to take this for a test drive. We'll see how it runs, but I think we got it fixed, guys. So guys, the truck's running great. No misfires. And has plenty of power. I was looking at fuel trims. I can show you guys fuel trims real quick. But like, I'll show you guys. We'll pull up. We'll turn here. We'll get on it a little bit. But it feels pretty smooth. I'm wondering if maybe that cylinder's at 2. I wonder if maybe that cylinder's at 2 milliseconds. See, it accelerates pretty good. Now that was only like half throttle, but I wonder if there's maybe a bunch of carbon on that piston or something from it not running right for a while or something. And maybe it raised the compression up in that one cylinder. I could have did a relative, but I didn't really feel any need to do a relative. The thing seemed to be idling really smooth. So I'm going to bring you guys up live data real quick. So here we go. Here's our live data. You can see our long term right there. I'll go down to our short term. Here we go. See our short term there while we're accelerating. Now this has to relearn because I did have to pull the fuse for the PCM. But there you go, you can see that's where we're at with that. So I think this is a fix, guys. Let's go back and see if we have any codes. Let's see. Read fault codes. No codes. Guys, so that's where we're at right now. So I guess after the customer drives it for a little bit, I'll put this video up, confirm that he doesn't have any issues, and then also maybe if he brings it back here again for something else, because I told him he needs a valve cover, guys, because of that oil. Crap. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'll do a secondary ignition for it and get a video. So I hope you guys like this. See you later. Okay guys, so I wanted to go over something here real quick just so that you guys understand. I I think I got a little confused at the end of the video because I said that I think I said that this, like, there might be something with that cylinder or something, but the thing is, it's not with the cylinder, because like when we moved the coil pack, like moved one of the other ones, the original ones, to that cylinder, we didn't have an issue. Like we had the 4 milliseconds of burn time. So it's a characteristic with those coil packs. So those coil packs are designed to have a burn time or whatever they're doing with them. They're designed to have a burn time that long. So now here, if we compare the old coil right here, I'll tell you exactly what failed with this. So right here you see that spike that we had and our small burn time. So what this is the current limiter in the coil itself, because the coil limits the current failing and it's killing it early. I put our same time base on both of these captures, and if you look at this one, it turns on right here and it ends right here, and then we have that spike. Okay, if you look at this one, it turns on right here. Look how long this goes. See, you can see when this ends right here, our current up here ends. You see that? And we level off at like what, 3 amps? And then you look at this one. This one comes up. We go up to 8 amps. 8 amps right here. See? That's when it ends. This is the current limiter. And as you can see, our current was limited. Our whole on-time event was, let's see, I did it in blocks here on purpose. So we have like almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, okay? So we'll just do 5 for easy math, even though it's slightly less. So we'll do this one. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. So it's on the same amount of time. The PCM's telling it to turn on. This is all done inside the coil, right here. So, because it limited the current, it couldn't fire as long right here. See that? And we know this is all being done in the coil. Well, we actually wouldn't know other than me telling you this now, but since we move it from cylinder to cylinder, it stays the same. It follows the coil. The other one follows the coil, the 4 millisecond burn time. So ideally we want our burn time to be around like 1.8 milliseconds or so, and that's exactly what we got here. So I just wanted to add that in there. Hopefully it clarifies it for some people. But yeah, when you see this right here, this oscillation right here, this is the current limiter. And you can see it's happening way too early because our current's not going up. That's why you compare cylinder to cylinder. So I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you learned something. I don't think this will cause any issues because it's a good burn. Customer's been driving the vehicle now. It's been fine. So I hope you guys like it.